Hi guys, this is Wedge here, and today I'm going to bring you a review of the Astro A10 headset. Now I've had this headset for probably about 6 months. I saw it in the store roughly whenever Astro launched it, and I went ahead and picked it up. These retail for about $59 US, which is a pretty good deal on these. Obviously Astro is known for their higher end headsets such as the A40 and the A50 and the mix amps. So this is kind of their entry into the beginner level or entry level headsets. Don't let the price point fool you though, because for this price point you get a lot of bang for your buck. So I want to go over a couple of the features with you guys and talk about the things I like, the things I don't like. So maybe you can have a better understanding and make a well-informed decision if you decide to go with this particular headset or if this is something you're interested in. So the headset is made of plastic. There's no getting around that. For the price point, Astro, put everything basically in plastic. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because this plastic is very capable. It's very heavy. It's very durable. You can bend these so many different ways and they're not going to break. If you watch any reviews of these, which I'm sure you probably have already if you're looking at these are almost indestructible, it seems. They do have a metal reinforced headband, which you can see right there. I don't know if you can see that silver or not, but there is a little bit of metal, which is, I think, what gives it that ability to bend and flex and not break. The adjustments on the ear cups, they do slide up and down. So you have these little measuring markers, and they do slide relatively easy. And I feel like this is a lot better than having a pivot or a joint there, because that's a lot of times where headsets fail, is where the stress is from the, putting it on the head and that kind of thing. So build quality is very solid, very, very solid for this headset. You do have some accents as far as colors. These are the Xbox One version, so they have the green. The PS4 version has the blue, and the PC version has the red. The thing is, they're all interchangeable because they just use a 3.5mm headphone jack. So you can literally, if you like red better than green, or blue better than green, or green better than the other two, you can go with that particular version and it will work for whatever platform you're going to use it on. So talking about the headset, a couple things with the mic. The mic is really good quality. It's very flexible. It's made out of this rubber material, so it can flex, it can bend, you can position it where you want it to. It's not going to stay, like if I bend it back, obviously it's not staying. But if you put it here, it's going to stay. The nicest thing about this mic, first of all, the quality sounds really good, especially at this price point. It's got a very good mic, one of Astro's better mics, oddly enough. It's better than their older A40s and even some of their A50s, to be honest. So they've made improvements, which is awesome. But one really nice feature that I like is it does have the flip to mute function. So basically, it will not go any further back than this. And whenever it's in this position, it is muted. You don't have to worry about other people hearing you. So if somebody comes in the room, you're playing your game, you flip it up, they can't hear you anymore. Flip it down, you're back in business. So that's really nice. The microphone does not detach. So you're not going to rock these out on the street, which honestly, whenever you see them on head, you're probably not going to want to rock them out on the street anyway. But if you chose to, just know that you are going to have a microphone. People are going to know that this is a gaming headset, obviously. It already looks like that, so you're not fooling anybody anyway. It does have cushioning up top, and it is kind of a velour padding. It's a little bit softer. It almost feels like it's got a microfiber material, honestly, more so than velour. And the same material is used for the ear cup. So there's not a ton of cushioning up top, but it's enough. It suffices. I haven't had any hot spots whenever I've been wearing these, so I think it works. Does its job for the purpose. As far as the ear cups, they are made out of the same material, and they are really plush. They are really soft. You have the inner ear cup, which is green. Obviously, it would be blue if it's PlayStation, red if it's PC. And it is slightly padded, so if your ears are touching, it'll have a little bit of a soft sensation. I have rather large ears. My ears don't touch, so hopefully that's not a problem for anybody else. The ear cups are kind of shaped weird. As you can see, they're not a full oval. They're not a full circle. They've got a flat bottom and kind of an angled top, which is kind of an odd design. But again, they don't really, my ears just kind of fit relatively well within. They touch a little bit on the brim. This one thing I do wish they would have done is I wish they would have made it to where they were either a full circle or they were a full oval, just so I wouldn't have slight touching. That's one thing I don't really care for. I like over-ear headphones, not ones that sit flush on your ear. As far as, moving your head around, wobbling, it doesn't do anything. Works really well. Again, microphone in position works well. It picks up really well whether you've got it out here. I wouldn't put it too terribly close, but it will pick up well. That's as far down as it flexes. And again, flip up mute to mic, or flip up to mute. I'm sorry. So anyway, on head, you can see it looks fairly decent. Obviously, it is a gaming headset. So there's a lot of space here, which is another thing that I wish they would have maybe designed a little differently. Make it a little bit closer to the actual head so you don't have all this airspace, because it does look kind of reminds me of the Xbox One stereo headset. Maybe not as drastic as that one was, because that one was kind of ridiculous. It looked like you were wearing like a spacesuit helmet or something. This one has a lot of airspace though, a lot of airspace, but they are comfortable. They feel pretty good. They are pretty light. One really nice feature that I like about these headphones is that they do come with a detachable cable. So if the cable shorts out, or if you get a cut in it, or something like that, it is replaceable. Now here's the downside. It still uses Astro's proprietary 5-pole connector. Actually, it's a 4-pole, but anyway. It's proprietary to Astro though, so you can't get these at your local Walmart or anything like that unless they carry Astro products, which as far as I know they don't. You have to get this from Astro or somewhere online that sells Astro products. But it does just plug right up into the headset and it clicks in. The cable is rubber, but it is a high quality, so it feels durable. You do have an inline volume rocker right here. There is no mute switch because, again, the mic is basically your mute switch. But it does have a volume rocker right here with a little turn dial, so volume up, volume down. Other than that, it's simple, and it does have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now this cable is rather long. It is longer. Obviously you can't see this in the video, but it's long. It is more than 3 feet easily. I think it's probably about it's at least a 5-foot cable, to be honest. Maybe even 6 foot. So it is a long cable. That is one thing that I dislike, to be honest. I understand that, if you have a mix amp or something, you're going to have this plugged into a distance, but if you're using this for PC, if you're using this for your controller, it's going to be right there in your lap. It's going to be right there close to you. I don't need a 6-foot cable because then it's just getting jumbled up everywhere, and it just gets in the way. So I really wish they would have made this maybe like a 1 meter, 3-foot cable. That would have sufficed, and I think it would have been a lot better served for this particular headset. But nonetheless, it is still really good. This headset really combats against some of your lower-end Turtle Beach headsets. And it does a good job there. Any reviewers that you see out there will talk about this being probably the best headset at $59. And that's probably true. The sound signature is not neutral. It is very much tuned for gaming. So one thing that's very distinct about these is these do not have an equalizer. So, on the Astro mix amps, they have equalizers. On the Astro A50s, they have equalizers. On the A20s, they have equalizers. So you have different settings. These are just a straight up stereo bare bones headset. So it has a very V-shaped pattern. You have an emphasized boost and an emphasized treble. The mids kind of get lost somewhere in there. It's not that they're gone completely, but I definitely feel like the boost is on the treble and on the bass. But they're still fun. They're fun to play with. They're fun to listen to. But if you're looking for that neutral sounding, true natural sound, you're not going to get it from these. But that's not to say that they sound bad, because they definitely don't. I get plenty of volume from these just plugging them straight into my Xbox One controller or even into my PS4 controller. So they're not very hard to drive either. They are 40 millimeter drivers. So you get a pretty good sound out of them, and they are relatively large. They're not 50s obviously, so they're not going to engulf your ears again. But they are nice. So what do I think about these compared to the headsets in their own price range? So I've tried a lot of different headsets, and even in this price range, I've tried a lot. I would definitely rock these or go with these over anything that Turtle Beach offers at the same price point. I've not encountered a pair of Turtle Beaches less than $100 that I would recommend. The only ones I've not tried so far are the Stealth 600, which I want to get my hands on. but I'm just not a big fan of wireless, so I'm not so sure I want to sink money into those. But every other Turtle Beach product I've tried at this price point, these are better than those. However, my personal preference here, if I put these against the HyperX Clouds or any of the Cloud series, the HyperX wins 9 times out of 10. I'm a huge fan of the HyperX, what they've done. I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. The build quality is really good. Not saying the build quality is bad on these, but they are just a stellar headset for what they are. Again, not to say that these are bad. Things I don't like, the proprietary cable. That really just drives me bonkers. It drives me crazy whenever companies put out proprietary things on their products and force the consumer to pay more for something that could have easily been a universal fix, something that could have easily been an easy, cheaper part to replace than paying, I think this cable runs about $30, $30 to $35 on Astro's website, which is ridiculous. Why should a cable cost half of the headset or over half the headset price? But nonetheless, it is a good headset. I don't want to deter you guys from buying it if this is something you're interested in, because again, it's durable. Thing's built like a tank. It sounds good for gaming. Depending on what kind of music you're listening to, you could possibly use them. But again, don't expect that natural, true sound. Expect it to be emphasized for gaming and enhanced for gaming, and kind of that exciting, the explosions being boomy and that kind of thing. So anyway, again, the Astro A10s, they retail for $59. You can pretty much pick them up anywhere. Best Buy, Target, Walmart, they should all carry them. A good headset, definitely better than what most people list it as an entry headset. I would consider this a kind of medium level headset. It's very comfortable, good for long periods of time, great sound. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for all the feedback on the channel. Hope this helps you guys out. And if you have any other reviews or any other products you'd like to see, just let me know. One thing that I do have to apologize for is all these products are things that I have to purchase with my own money. So if I have it in my arsenal, I'll be happy to review it. If it's not too terribly expensive, I'll be happy to review it. But obviously money is not something that just grows on trees out in my backyard. So I have to be wise with my purchases and everything. But I definitely want to help kind of grow the channel and give you guys the best reviews I can. So I appreciate all the feedback, all the love I've gotten so far at everything. And I definitely look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Thanks.